y'all for stopping back and checking out Kind Country Living. I hope everyone had a great week and was kind to themselves and was kind to others. And today we're going to be doing a southern dish that a lot of people, just about everybody likes. It's chicken. It's going to be a southern fried chicken recipe. I had one of my subscribers ask me to do this a while ago, and so now I'm getting to this fried chicken. So, and the way I do my fried chicken, I always wash it. I know some people are gonna say, no, you're not supposed to wash chicken, but that's the way my grandmother and my mother taught me. So I always wash my chicken. I wash it really well and cut, the excess fat off, make sure it's really clean. And then I'll soak it about 10 to 15 minutes in a little salt. And most of the time it's not much salt, maybe like a half a teaspoon of salt. I'll soak it and then I'll wash it again, wash that salt off, and then I'll soak it in buttermilk. Sometimes I don't do buttermilk, sometimes I just straight out fry it, but today I want to show you the buttermilk method. And this chicken here has been soaking in buttermilk probably about 4 hours. If you do it overnight, I think it turns out better, but I never plan ahead like that. So it's been soaking about 4 hours in buttermilk. And if you don't have buttermilk, just like a little tidbit, I always try to tell you ways that you can just make do what you have. Just use regular plain milk, which I call sweet milk, and do a tablespoon of vinegar to your sweet milk to 1 cup. If you do 1 cup of just plain or sweet milk, and do 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and that turns it to buttermilk. I know some people don't want to just buy buttermilk, just to soak their chicken, but that's the way you can make buttermilk. So we'll go ahead and get started. And so I soak this chicken in buttermilk, and its thighs, legs, and its wings. And the legs are like skinless wings. So we're gonna do those, and then I have here 2 cups of self-rising flour. I use self-rising flour because that makes it more crispy. And I'm going to use about 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And here's the cornstarch. I'm going to go ahead and put it into my 2 cups of self-rising flour. And all of this will be listed in the description box below if you don't remember. And then all of these ingredients, this paprika, I just use probably about, I usually just shake it, but for the camera, I'm gonna sort of measure it out. It's probably gonna equal up to about 1 tablespoon. And so it don't wanna work right for me today. So what I'm gonna do is like pull this top off, and it's gonna be 1 tablespoon. And this is just to make it brown. So if you don't have this and don't wanna do this, don't worry about it. Just still go ahead and fry your chicken. It'll still taste the same, because that's really just for the looks of the chicken, to make it browner. And this is 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. And if you don't like, not garlic powder, it's onion powder, I'm sorry. If you don't like onion powder, you don't have to put onion powder in it. If y'all been watching my recipes, me do my recipes for a while, you know that I kind of tweak whatever I do. So just make your recipes your own. You don't have to do it the way I do it. This is just a guideline of how you can fry good fried chicken. And then just add all your stuff to your flour. And like I say, if it's something that you don't like, don't do it. And I won't put that much salt in it. I'm just gonna actually shake salt. So it's probably not gonna be a whole tablespoon of salt. And this is all that complete seasoning, and I use that. And if I don't have that, sometimes I use the poultry season, and sometimes you want garlic. I mean, just make it your own, how you want to do it. You don't have to do it the way I do it. This is just a guideline to show you how to do it. So I'm just gonna move these things out of the way, because if anybody ever fried chicken, it's gonna be splattering everywhere. So we're gonna do this, and then I just take a spoon, and I just take and mix all of this up together in a bowl. Make sure you mix it real good. Get everything all mixed up. And when I did my self-rising flour, when I put it in here, I don't have a sifter. It kind of works better if you kind of sift it and get some of your lumps out of it. But what I did, I just took a fork and kind of mashed out some of the lumps before. I did that before we turned on the camera. Okay. All right. And then usually it takes dark meat longer to cook than white meat. So I'll start with my thigh, and I just kind of hold it and kind of let some of the buttermilk drip off. And I never reuse the buttermilk. I'll pour it out. Don't try to reuse it. So that's why I tell you, if you don't want to go out and buy buttermilk, just use the sweet milk. And you just take and flour it up real good. And I know a lot of people probably check their temperature of their grease, and you can use whatever kind of oil that you want to use. I'm just using Western oil because that's what I had, but you can use any kind that you prefer to use, but it's just Western oil for me today. And usually I just drop a couple of things of flour in there, and if it kind of sizzles, that means your grease is hot enough. Because you don't want to set your chicken in cold grease, because it's just that grease is gonna soak into your chicken, and that don't make for really good tasting chicken. But I think mine is hot enough, so we're gonna go ahead and I just kind of shake off the excess, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put a piece in. And I know some people, your grease probably need to be about 350, and they probably check the temperature, but I don't have a thermometer, so I can't do that. So I just do it the way that works for me and the way I normally do it when I'm cooking for my family. And so next, I'm gonna go ahead and put in a wing, even though it's white. And then I'm gonna dig around in here and see can I find me a leg, and go ahead and get a leg in there. Because your wings are not going to take as long as your legs and thighs. I think usually wings, I probably can get it done in about 8 minutes, 4 minutes per side. And if you're doing it in a, like a fryer, it don't take as long. Usually once it floats to the top, if you're using a fryer, that's when it's ready. But we're going to just use this skillet today. Just going to show y'all how to do a couple of pieces and show you how easy it is. I know a lot of people don't like the food with fried chicken, because I really don't. To be honest with you, I don't like food with this. It just makes a mess, but it's good when you get that good fried, that homemade fried chicken. Like I said, I just get it battered real well. Just shake off some of the excess flour and stick it in. And like I said, I know most seasoned cooks, people that have been cooking a long time, they know all this, but this is for people that really don't know how to do it. And I always fold my wings in, because you know your wings be out like this. And I always just kind of fold mine in, but that is no right and wrong way, but that's just the way that I do mine. You sort of just fold them a little bit. It's like I can kind of control them a little bit in the skillet. They're not trying to fly away, get away from me. Okay, that's another wing. There we go. And we're going to just wait and fry that, and I'll flip it over in a couple of minutes. We're going to move this out of the way. I'm going to wash my hands. Like I say, it doesn't take much to fry good chicken. It's really easy. It's just I know a lot of people don't like the food with the grease. That's what I don't like fooling with. It just makes such a mess in your kitchen. right? And usually I just kind of, I go ahead and flip my leg over a little bit. Like I said, those wings is not going to take as long to get done. See that wing coming up? I took it apart to show y'all. Now it's want to try to get away and I want to go back down. It's not going to get away from me though. Set that over there. And like I always say, if it's something that you want to see me prepare, just drop me a comment and I'll do my best to try to add it in. I've been really pleased with all the requests that I've been getting, asking me to do different things. I have got a lot of different ideas of things that people want to see me do. I don't want to just be doing things just to be doing it. I want to try to help somebody. So if it's something that you want to know or figure out how to cook, just drop me a comment and I'll be glad to do it. So, and I want to thank everybody for being kind to me on last week and checking me out and getting more subscribers. It just makes my heart just overflow that I'm getting so much kindness shown to me. And I want to thank everybody who participated in the drawing, the giveaway on last week. That was a huge success. We had 2 winners, Stacy and Miss Ruth. I thank them for their support and thank all of y'all for y'all support, because y'all don't have to take time out your busy schedule to watch a little old country girl do these recipes, but I appreciate it. And I hope I'm helping somebody. And like I always say, it doesn't cost a dime to be kind. Let us just continue to remember to be kind to one another. There's a lot of things going on in the world, but we can kind of change it. You just, one person at a time. We just get out there and just practice loving one another and being kind. That's all it takes, because we got a lot of stuff going on. There's been a lot of stuff going on in my community this week, a lot of deaths and accidents, and we just need to remember to pray for one another, because everybody is going through something. So I'm gonna turn this wing over here, and you can do it. I always do mine with a fork. I think that works best for me, but if you can find something else that works for you, you can do that. But I just always like flipping mine over with this fork. It's like I can kind of control it better because it's longer. So we're gonna try to get this fried up so y'all can see how this looks. And I might not be able to taste it. I always like to taste what I cook, but I don't know if I'm going to taste this hot chicken right out this grease today. But we will cut it open and let you see how it looks on the inside. It's going to look just as good as a KFC chicken, a Popeye. That's it. I should have put some spice in it today, make it a little hot. But anyway, I just cooked it the way I normally cook it, to kind of show y'all a general idea of how good fried chicken. It doesn't really take long to cook it. So we'll just let that keep simmering there. Y'all drop me some comments of ways that we can be kind to one another, that it doesn't cost us anything, to be kind. Drop some comments. I may not know how to be kind to somebody that don't really, cost anything, or somebody else that, passed through my, check out my channel or check me out on Facebook. They might not know how to be kind to somebody where it doesn't really always cost money. So just drop me a comment and tell me, ways of somebody have been kind to you that really didn't cost them anything, or the way you were kind to somebody and didn't cost you anything. Give people ideas. Sometimes maybe we want to be kind, but we just don't know how. So do that for me next week. And tell somebody about Kind Country Living. We may try to do some different things next month. And like I say, give me some ideas of things that you want to see me do. Don't want to be doing stuff that people don't want to see. But I still got a few more requests that I'm trying to get around to. I'm going to turn this wing over, the one that's trying to get away, that I unfolded and didn't fold back correctly. I hope y'all can see that really, really good. And I try to get my grease, like when I do a skillet, that where it's still almost covering, just like it's sort of in a deep fryer. Because that seems to me like it cooks better. It doesn't stick to the skillet or whatever you're cooking it in. So I just try to make sure I have enough grease so it still almost covers the pieces completely. Not all the way to the top, but almost. Because I think I used a whole Western oil in this skillet. And it is it's more like, this is a 48 ounce. So it's 48 ounces in this skillet. And I'm not sure how big that skillet is. Maybe 12 inches, I guess. But I used all of this in that. And that's so I will have enough oil in the skillet. Okay, and I'm going to turn this side over. And you can probably use tongs for, that's it. That's the other one. You can use tongs to turn it over if you want to. That'll work. But like I said, I just like using my fork. Like I said, and it's going to take those thighs a minute to get done because they were a little thick. So if we get done with the legs and the wings and the thighs are still cooking, we'll just I'll show you how the wing and the leg look, because you have the foundation of how it is to cook fried chicken, and I'll just show you how those look, so I won't have to hold you so long, because time is valuable. Time is almost like money. Most of the time we run out of money and run out of time. Well, I can speak for myself. I run out of money and run out of time. Y'all may have a lot of time and a lot of money, but I don't. So I'm just speaking for myself. And I like mine a little crispy. So those two, like the thighs, they looking real crispy. That's why I put that cornstarch in them. That makes it crispy if you want like a crispy chicken. So if you go to KFC and you like crispy, you know, I add that cornstarch. If you don't like it crispy, don't add the cornstarch. Just do the self-rising flour. And if you want it real crispy, just add more cornstarch. Like I said, you just have to kind of play with your recipes to get it like you want to. Because I ain't always cook everything that always turn out right. You know, sometimes things mess up with me too. It don't always turn out the way I want it to turn out. And I think if every cook be honest with themselves, they have had something too that they cook and have cooked many a times, and then sometimes you cook it, it just don't turn out right. That's just how it is. And that's sort of how it is when I do my videos or whatever. The way it turn out is the way it turn out. So sometimes you may see me mess up. So you may see me mess up the chicken today, because the way it turn out, that's the way it turn out. I don't edit anything or whatever. I put it straight up. So whatever you see is happening on here, or I mess up saying something or don't pronounce it right, that's what you get. You know, that's just how I am. It's like those bloopers, like folks, they make those movies and they have those bloopers and they bloop it out. They show how they messed up and stuff. See, I don't do that. See, it is what it is, all the way through. So if somebody knock on the door, I think last week, somebody's phone rang. If the phone rang, it just rang. You know, that's just how it is. We don't take nothing out. I always tell people, they come to my house, you see what you see. All right, I think my legs and wings are, at least my wings are just about there. I should have looked at my clock to see how long I had cooked them, but I think it takes wings about 4 probably 4 minutes per side. Like I said, I should have looked at my clock so I could tell you, but I be so excited to talk to you. I just don't be and to try to get this stuff together so I can show y'all something. I don't think about the clock or the time or anything. So I'm gonna flip this over one more time because I want it to be a little more brown on that side. Okay. Just gonna get this stuff rolling here. Like I'm gonna take my wings out. I'm gonna flip it over one more time. I'm gonna turn this grease down because it's getting too hot. See how nice and brown that looks. And I just hold it up a little bit just so some of the oil comes out of the chicken. And then I take in whatever platter or plate I'm gonna put it on. I put paper towels on it so it sort of soaks up some of that oil. And see, it turns nice and pretty. Like I told you, it looks just like KFC. And see, that didn't take us too very long to cook up these wings and this leg, because I think the leg about ready too, but we may let it go a little longer. I want to make sure, don't want to pull it out. You want to make sure your insides are cooked. And then if you're not really sure about your inside, I'll take my fork sometime and kind of press down on it to make sure it's cooking on the inside. You can kind of see, make sure there's no blood. It's nothing like biting down on a piece of chicken that's not cooked enough. So I always kind of check it. Like that leg, see how I'm pressing down on it? That's just to make sure. And see, that leg is not ready because see, I still see red and I see blood. So that leg is not ready. So I'm going to flip that back over a little bit. But like I say, it's turning real crisp like that because I put that cornstarch in that flour. But I turn the heat down a little bit, and if you're using the electric skillet like I am, you can kind of control the heat. You can control it even if it's on your burner. You can just turn it up and down or whatever. But like I said, we're gonna continue to let those cook. But I am gonna show y'all how this wing looks on the inside to show y'all that it is done. And I had a plate somewhere, and I don't know what I did with it, so I'm just gonna get one here. See, I told you it was going to be too hot for me to mess with. I want y'all just to see how it looks on the inside. And when you get chicken hot, it is hot, baby. And it takes a while. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all how it looks. See, it's nice and crisp. And I'll try to taste this piece for y'all. That little piece. But that's how it looks. All right. See, nice wings. All right. All right. Well, that's all I got for you guys. I'll pull these other pieces out, because this is what we're going to have for supper today. So my family is ecstatic that they get fried chicken on a Sunday, because I don't usually do fried chicken on a Sunday. But anyway, thank y'all for watching. And tell somebody about Kind Country Living. Please subscribe, comment, or like. Thank you. I love you. And bye.